Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Rayan Daily English.
I'm Emily, and of course, I'm here with Tom. Hi, Tom. How's your week going?
Hey, Emily. Well, I've been feeling a bit stuck, actually.
Oh no, tell me more.
Okay, so I keep thinking I need more things to improve my English. Better apps, better books, maybe a course. Expensive course.
I see.
And then I think maybe I need to move to England. To really learn. Full immersion.
Move to England?
Yeah, that's what people say, right? You need to live there to really learn.
Well, that's interesting, because today's topic is perfect for you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
Today we're talking about start where you are, use what you have.
Okay, I'm listening.
Many learners think they need perfect conditions, perfect tools, perfect environment, but actually, you already have enough.
Do I, though?
Yes, Tom, you do. And we're going to explore that today.
All right. I hope you're right.
But first, a quick reminder for our listeners. We have a full transcript for this episode, and also a worksheet called Your English Resources Map.
You can find both in the description below or on our website.
And remember, pause anytime, rewind, listen again. This is your space, your pace.
No rush ever.
Okay, so Tom, let's talk about this feeling. You think you need more things to improve. Where does that come from?
Well, I see ads everywhere. This app will make you fluent in 30 days. This method is the secret that teachers don't want you to know.
Ah, yes, the magic solutions.
And then I look at my boring life, my boring resources, and I think, this isn't enough.
Can I share something with you?
Please.
I call this the perfect conditions myth.
The perfect conditions myth?
Yes, it's the belief that you need perfect circumstances to make progress.
Okay.
But here's the truth. Perfect conditions don't exist, and waiting for them is just waiting.
So, I'm waiting for something that will never come?
Many people do. They wait for more time, more money, the right app, the right teacher, the right moment.
That sounds like me.
But the best learners, they don't wait. They start where they are, with what they have.
But what if what I have isn't good enough?
Let me ask you something. Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Do you have internet?
Yes.
Can you listen to this podcast?
Well, obviously, yes.
Then you have enough. You have more than enough, actually.
I never thought about it that way.
Think about it like this. Imagine you want to get fit. You think, I need a fancy gym, expensive equipment, a personal trainer.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
But actually, you can start with a walk around your neighborhood, push-ups in your living room, stairs in your building.
So the simple things work too?
Often they work better because you actually do them. The fancy gym membership often goes unused.
Okay, that's very true. I have a gym membership I haven't used in months.
See? But I bet you walk every day.
Yeah, I do.
Small, simple, consistent beats fancy and complicated every time.
Small, simple, consistent. I like that.
In the worksheet, there's a section about this. It's called What I already have. You list all your resources that you're not using.
Like hidden treasures?
Exactly. Hidden treasures in your daily life.
Okay, I want to try that. But Emily, can I be honest?
Always.
Sometimes I feel like my life is too boring for learning English. I don't travel, I don't meet foreigners. I just go to work, come home, watch TV.
I hear this a lot. But can I challenge that?
Sure.
What TV do you watch?
Well, mostly series. Crime dramas, some comedy shows.
In English?
Sometimes with subtitles.
Tome. That is English practice.
But it doesn't feel like studying.
Good. It shouldn't feel like studying. That's the point.
Wait, what?
This is what I call the hidden classroom principle.
The hidden classroom.
Yes, your life is full of classrooms. You just don't recognize them.
Okay, tell me more.
When you watch TV in English, that's listening practice. When you read comments on YouTube, that's reading practice. When you sing along to English songs, that's pronunciation practice.
But those things are too easy. They don't count, right?
Gently, says who?
Well, I don't know. I just thought learning should be hard and serious with textbooks.
Here's something important. Your brain doesn't know if you're in a classroom or on your couch. It just absorbs language.
My brain doesn't know if I'm studying or relaxing?
Exactly. Input is input, and enjoyable input is often better because you do more of it.
So, watching crime dramas is actually helping me?
Yes. Think about it. You hear natural conversations. You learn slang. You pick up expressions. You get used to different accents.
Wow. I thought I was being lazy, but maybe I was learning?
You were definitely learning. The question is, can we make it a little more intentional?
What do you mean?
Small tweaks. Instead of just watching, you could repeat one phrase you like, or turn off subtitles for 5 minutes.
Just small changes?
Yes, we call this the 1% upgrade.
The 1% upgrade?
You take what you already do and make it 1% more useful. Not a big change, just a tiny improvement.
So I don't change my life, I just adjust it a little.
Exactly. You're already watching TV, so add one small thing. You're already listening to music, so look up one set of lyrics.
That sounds actually manageable.
Because it is. The worksheet has a whole section called 1% upgrades. You write down activities you already do, then add tiny English improvements.
I definitely want to try that.
Good.
Okay, but here's another thing, Emily. I don't know any native speakers. How can I practice speaking?
This is a common worry, but let me ask, do you ever talk to yourself?
Yes, probably too much, actually.
Perfect. Do it in English.
Talk to myself in English?
Yes, narrate your day. Now I'm making coffee. The coffee smells good. I'm a bit tired today.
That sounds a little crazy.
Maybe, but it works. You're practicing speaking without pressure, without judgment.
No one to make mistakes in front of.
Exactly. You're building confidence in a safe space.
I never thought of that as real practice.
It is very real. Think of it like a gym for your mouth. You're training the muscles, the sounds, the rhythm.
A gym for my mouth. I like that.
And you know what else you can do?
What?
Record yourself. Just on your phone. 1 minute, talking about your day.
Oh, that sounds scary.
I know, but it's so valuable. You can hear yourself, notice patterns, track improvement over time.
Like evidence collection? from the last episode?
Exactly. You remembered. Yes, recordings are evidence of where you are and how far you've come.
The 3-month rule, right? Compare myself to 3 months ago?
Perfect, Tom. You're connecting the ideas.
Look at me, learning.
See, you're doing better than you think.
Okay, so I can talk to myself, record myself. What else?
Do you ever think in English?
Sometimes, when I'm not trying, it just happens.
That's wonderful. Try to encourage it. When you're walking, think in English. The weather is nice. That dog is cute. I'm hungry.
Simple thoughts.
Yes, simple thoughts are perfect. You're training your brain to live in English.
Live in English. I like that phrase.
And this connects to something important. You don't need to move to England to immerse yourself in English.
But isn't immersion about being surrounded by the language?
Yes, but you can create immersion anywhere. This is the DIY immersion method.
DIY immersion?
Do it yourself. You build your own English environment.
How?
Small changes. Change your phone language to English. Follow English accounts on social media. Listen to English podcasts while you cook.
So I bring English into my existing life.
Exactly. You don't need a new life. You need English in your current life.
That's actually really practical.
And it's free. It uses what you already have, your phone, your time, your daily routines.
Start where you are, use what you have.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to believe you. But one more worry.
Tell me.
What if I use these resources wrong? What if I make mistakes and no one corrects me?
Ah, the mistake fear.
Yeah, I'm afraid of learning bad habits.
I understand. But here's the thing. Making mistakes is part of learning, always.
But
Think about children. They make mistakes constantly. I goed to the store. She runned fast. And slowly they correct themselves.
children are surrounded by correct language.
And so are you. Every podcast, every show, every video, you're hearing correct language all the time.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Your brain is always comparing what you say to what you hear. Over time, it adjusts.
So mistakes fix themselves?
Many do. Not all, but most common mistakes smooth out with more input.
And the ones that don't?
Eventually, you'll notice them, and then you can focus on them. But that's an advanced problem. Right now, just practice. Just use the language.
Just use the language. That sounds so simple.
It is simple. We make it complicated. We think we need permission. We need the right tools, the right moment.
But actually, we just need to start.
Yes, just start. Start messy, start imperfect. Start where you are.
I think I've been waiting for too long.
Many people do, but the good news is you can start right now, today, this moment,
With what I already have.
with exactly what you already have.
You know, Emily, I feel different now. Like, lighter.
Tell me more.
I was carrying this pressure. I need more. I need better. I'm not ready. But maybe I am ready. I've been ready.
You have been ready, Tom. You've always been ready.
I just needed to begin.
That's the hardest part, and also the most important part, beginning.
The hardest part is beginning.
Once you start, momentum builds. Small actions lead to bigger actions. Confidence grows.
Like a snowball rolling down a hill?
Perfect metaphor. Yes, exactly like that.
A tiny snowball becomes huge if it just keeps rolling.
And your job is to start the roll. Push that tiny snowball. Use what you have.
My phone, my TV, my walks, my thoughts.
All of it is enough.
Okay, I believe you now.
Finally,
I'm stubborn, what can I say?
stubborn is good. Stubborn learners keep going.
Thanks, Emily.
Okay, let's bring it all together. What did we learn today?
First, the perfect conditions myth. I don't need perfect conditions. Perfect conditions don't exist. I just need to start.
Good. What else?
The hidden classroom principle. My life is full of classrooms. TV, music, videos, even talking to myself.
And?
The 1% upgrade. I don't need to change my life, just make small improvements to what I already do.
Excellent. And the last one?
The DIY immersion method. I can create immersion anywhere. Bring English into my daily life. Phone settings, social media, podcasts while cooking.
Perfect, Tom.
And the big idea, start where you are, use what you have.
That's it. That's the whole message.
You know, I realize something.
What's that?
We just talked for a long time about learning English, in English, and I understood everything. I contributed ideas, I made jokes,
You did all of that.
using what I already have.
Yes, see? The proof is right here.
I'm the evidence.
You're the evidence.
That's kind of beautiful, actually.
It is. Now a challenge for our listeners. We call this the Resource Inventory Challenge.
Here's how it works. This week, make a list. Write down every English resource you already have.
Your phone, your streaming services, your music apps, your books, everything.
Then circle 3 things you're not using enough and commit to using them this week.
Just a little bit. 1% upgrade.
Maybe watch one show without subtitles for 10 minutes, or listen to one podcast while walking.
Small steps. Real progress.
Share your list with us in the comments or on social media. We love seeing what resources you discover.
Don't forget, the transcript is available and the worksheet, Your English Resources Map. Links in the description.
The worksheet really helps. There's a section for hidden classrooms, 1% upgrades, and DIY immersion ideas.
And if this episode helped you, share it with someone who thinks they need more stuff to learn.
They probably just need to start.
Before we go, remember this. You don't need more. You don't need better. You don't need perfect.
You need to begin.
Start where you are.
Use what you have.
Do what you can.
That's enough. That's always been enough.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Thanks for listening, everyone. And remember, your boring life, it's actually a hidden classroom.
I love that.
Your phone, a language school.
Your TV, a teacher.
Your walks, speaking practice.
It's all there, waiting for you.
Just start.
Just begin.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Be kind to yourself and keep going.
See you next time.
See you next time.